Hey, what's up, everyone? Aubrey Trades here with the pre-market watch list. Pretty quiet day out there today. ERYP is really the only big runner so far this morning. Also have ARDX and X Bio that are still worth looking at. ARDX, let's take a look here. Hanging out in the 190s after spiking this morning to the 2s. So I want to see this back over VWAP to retest these highs. Looking pretty decent. Heavier on the buy side than on the ask side for sure. So that's very possible. I'm not a fan of this under VWAP stuff. ERYP, I couldn't help but make a silly, just because I saw the momentum shift and I was like, ugh, can't help myself. So I took a single share trade just to practice riding the momentum. And if it would want to, if it would show that, that would be pretty sick. But I can just tell you, it was in the, I took my position at 785, sold at 828. So right around, and I was a good boy, and I traded off of the 5-minute chart, so I don't get lost in the 1-minute noise. 785 puts us a little high for the entry. Right, the true signal would have been watching this hover around VWAP, but it was kind of putting in this this little bit of like a bull flag thing here. So buying at 785 for the new highs. Kind of keeping an eye out on the 1-minute chart here. And I started to sell on this weakness right here as it was going underneath the whole moving average. And since I was kind of already in the middle of the move, I was more okay looking at this 1-minute chart to see where the momentum shift was going to happen. And so I ended up getting out over here. Missed a little bit of this of this secondary move, which ended up being the true exhaustion candle. The rule that I have heard that I am trying to follow is, when you enter, you wait the move out. It's like first 5-minute candle to make a new high, right? And then you hold until you get the first 5-minute candle to make a new low, which would be over here technically. And so that's like a significant drop off. So I was okay seeing this, catching the early part of this momentum fade. Nothing super big, literally just a practice position. I've been watching the active trade ladder. I've been kind of studying it, and I went back through some old former runners and just kind of watching the inflection points and what it looks like over here. It's really, really interesting. You can almost feel the momentum shift, especially when you start seeing the bid size kind of get really stacked. So if all of a sudden someone threw up a 22,000 share order, so you saw this number be 230 by 3 on the ask, and it's still kind of hesitating for a second, I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. And then it starts to tick up, and I've gotten pretty okay at catching those. I almost I saw this follow-up move when the momentum changed too, but then I was like, yeah, but in the bigger picture, this is from 678. If I take myself away and I look at this 15-minute TPO chart, you see there's a ceiling here. This upper limit band is right in the 970s. And not that I would expect it to reach the 970s, but combined with the, what was going on here and this little toppy action, I was like, better play it safe, right? So just a practice run. Nothing else is that interesting, really. I mean, X Bio kind of still hanging here around these highs, looks like it's fading a bit, but I'd want to see it respect this like 450 zone to stay in play. Is that, I mean, I'll take you through watch list a bit. XBio, NTech, NAOV, GSS, SPRT, BTBT. So let's see, we looked at XBio, NTech. You know, I mean, it's still hanging through. There's not really a lot of volume happening in the pre, so it's like I'm keeping an eye on it, but I'm not excited. I'll put it that way. NAOV definitely seems to be dying a bit. We'll see if this holds this level, but I don't know. I expect NAOV is probably running out of gas. GSS, again, it's still hanging out, but there's just not volume to get me interested. SPRT seems like it's giving it up a little bit. So this I would keep an eye on this level. This was a previous bounce level. So let's put a price line there. BTBT. I think Bitcoin is still kind of hanging around that same zone. Yeah, 38.79. Let's go to this 1 hour chart. Still just very much in this range. I think this is, you know, a weeks long move. And that is to say, I wouldn't expect anything else out of BTBT. We have this little bit of a double top here now, so maybe it ramps up, but I mean, I don't showing a little bit of weakness, but we are bouncing off of this. Like, this was actually got like 3 touches here on this price level here in the 750s. That's interesting. I'll keep an eye on that. Maybe this puts in another run to test this, to test these highs. I wouldn't expect it to break though, especially with Bitcoin still being as range bound as it is. And again, I could be wrong on any of this. This is just my thoughts. PRFX, I don't expect to do anything. Let's see, PRFX. Yeah, nope. OPGN, scattered. Could be interesting, but I don't know if it's gonna have the. I'd want to see this like level of volume at the open, but it just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. I feel like you would see some volume coming in so far. SXC, I like it over 8. UXIN. Oof. Ugly. Yeah, I'm not touching that. Too saggy. HBP. HBP. SBET. No. Maybe, but again, no volume. But hey, I mean, it's not horrible. If I go to this day chart. Oh, okay. So this is just IPO. That's why that's on here. IPOs, new highs, sure. Worth watching. SBET, FLGC really like gave up. I can't believe I had this on the watch list before it was really getting talked about on this like first green day here. And I just like didn't have it in me to play it. Oh well. But now it's fading, so SGRP. And we're just going through. I mean, like, yeah. This is just my running list of tickers that have made big moves in the past that I feel like following because, you know, I want to be able to catch follow-up moves before it shows up on the percent gainers. Take notes of key levels. If you want this, I'll leave a link to it in the description. AEHR, I like this consolidating move, but And we're in the section of things I don't care about so much. So we're going to call that a day. Let's go back to ERYP, check in on how that's doing. Yeah, I feel good about my sell at the 830s. I feel good about it. I kind of, I'm kind of bummed that it was like just a single share to like practice riding the momentum, because that was like a 5% move, which, okay, fine. Like, but in the summer market, like, I would do a plunge style, like Larry Livingston sort of bet for a 5% move and just like call that an early day. But we'll see, you know, hopefully there's better action later in the morning. Good luck everyone out there. Let me know what you're watching in the comments below if you have any big scores. I want to hear about it. I want to celebrate your wins, and we can, you know, be there for each other on our not wins. Anyway, I'll be back for a trade recap if I get any serious action. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next video. Aubrey, out.